We are here ready for the game over an hour early for the West Ham versus Chelsea watch long. Yeah, it does make a change, mate. It does make a change. Nice and early. That's because me and you are here. It's because me and you.
That's it,
you know. So, yeah, big game tonight, especially with the way results have been going.
Yeah,
mate. So far, was it Bournemouth 2-0 down, and we got Norwich 2-0 down.
Yeah,
mate, it's huge.
That's the thing now. Everything with the results yesterday and the day before, and everything's going our way at the moment. So we need to now capitalise on what's going on. You know, so I've got the Everton Leicester game on at the minute. But
yes,
you know, that's what we need to do now. We can't, as much as we can sit there and afford to. You know, Moyes will look at it. If we don't get beat, we're still out of the bottom three. But I just think, just, you know, go for it a little bit. You know, just unleash the shackles a bit. Do you know what I mean? Go push on a bit further up the field and try and get something out of this game.
Yeah, it's time to pull away from the rest of the pack, innit, really, and just get that safety. Just calm the nerves a little bit. You know, get closer to safety, and I think that will do the fans, the world of good.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Where is the towel, Dan? What towel? What towel?" Did I say?
Because you were so hot. You were.
Oh yeah. Thankfully, the weather's calmed down a bit since. It's actually been miserable, isn't it? Like,
oh mate, it was horrible yesterday. It's not much. It started nice this morning, but it's not much better now.
I'm just getting the graphics ready for our little overlay. So we got that. Looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? So yeah, we're just waiting 10 minutes till they release the starting lineup. What are you expecting, mate? What you thinking?
I'm hoping not for a rerun of what we've seen in the last two games. But if I'm honest, that's what I'm expecting.
Right. That's
maybe not result wise, but performance. The setup of us, and the way we're going to play, and that's what I'm expecting from, because he'll just look at it that, you know, we're in a position now where if we don't get beat in this game, everyone else has lost around us. We're still going to stay at the bottom three. We've still got that bit of extra goal cushion. It might be 2 goals now with Bournemouth 2-0 down. So, you know, it's going to play one of two ways. Either he releases the shackles a little and we be a bit more attacking, or he just sits here and says, don't get beat. And as we know from previous, when we set up to not get beat, we end up getting beat because we've got no plan B if we go a goal behind.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, hold up. We might have a little early drop on the team. Ryan has just shared what he reckons. Apparently, this is what the team is, right? Let's see if it turns out to be right in about 8 minutes' time. But Fabianski in goal, Fredericks right back, Ogbonna back. That's what I want to see.
Yep.
Diop in there with him, Creswell left back, which, obviously there was a big controversy with Creswell this week. Rice and Souček in the middle, Lanzini, Bowen, Fornals, and Antonio. Do you know what? That's the lineup out of everyone we've got and the options. That's the lineup I probably would have gone with.
No. It's no bringing Lanzini in. Yeah, I couldn't see why.
Who else have we got? I think Yarmolenko. I just don't know. He ain't got that fitness. He ain't got the fitness for me. He ain't got the legs.
Start him. Give him a game. Jetty. He's a striker. Give him a game. You know, whether you think they're pony or not, give him a chance. You've seen with Newcastle, Dwight Gale. I said this on the group a little earlier. 2-2 now. He's been given a chance. You know, strikers will score you goals eventually. You know, if you have a bit of faith in them, and the way things are going now with the amount of games being played in the short space of time, players are tired. We've got to start using these players.
But this is what I'm saying. This is why it really winds me up that he hasn't been utilising these substitutions, because players, like people are saying in the comments about Wilshere, right? People are mentioning Wilshere. Obviously, you're mentioning the Jetty, Yarmolenko. These guys could have been getting minutes without having to risk starting them. And then throwing them into the deep end. So they could have got their match fitness up. They could have got match fitness up. They could have got some experience and under their belt. And he ain't been doing that.
No, and that's the problem now. So we play tonight. We've got Newcastle Sunday. Then I think Burnley the Wednesday after that. And you're then you've had the same, roughly about 8 or 9 players playing nearly every minute of the first 3 games. And like you said, you've got Wilshere coming back from injury. You've got Yarmolenko coming back from injury. You've got Ben Johnson coming back from injury. You're not giving these players any game time. So you're going to get to a stage where 8 or 9 of these first team players are going to be knackered. You've got to bring players in to start, and they've got no game time, no fitness, no match sharpness. And no doubt with our injury record, they'll all get injured.
That's it. That's the problem. He's really not managing his squad wisely, Moyes. Yeah. And this is the thing. Like, if it's working, then you say fair play. It's working. Mm-hmm. Don't change a winning team. All that. It's not working. We ain't scoring any goals. And we've conceded 4 in 2.
Yeah, exactly. 4 in 2. We've only had 3 shots on target in 2 games.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, something needs to change. Obviously, injuries don't happen. They're talking about Allaire was announced that he was just not ready for today. A lot of question marks over what's going on there.
But that's the thing. Is he going to be in the squad? Is he going to be on the bench? Because if he's fit, he should be on the bench. If he's available and they're saying he's not fit enough to start, he should be on the bench. Because again, get him on the pitch, needs game time. This that's just what really worries me with the way we're going at the moment. You see other teams, you see them mixing up, you see them changing. Leicester, Everton 2-0 up. Leicester made 2 changes. Iheanacho's just gone on and scored.
Yeah,
it's a worry, mate. It really is a worry. And as much as I don't know, we need to change something. And he needs to start thinking outside the box, because what he's thinking is, it's not good enough. Let's be honest. The performances have not been good enough.
No, that's it. That's it. I mean, let's go to some comments. I'm just going to tweet this out. Let's get some of the old comments on the go. Oh, wrong window. So, will we have more than 2 shots on target today? I bloody hope so, Trevor.
I think we will. I honestly think it's as much as I criticise him with, I think he is going to let the shackles off of him today. I really think.
Oh, fucking hell.
Dan's drunk.
Bloody hell. Honestly, my desk is just so much crap on here. Like, it's a nightmare. I need to have a sort out. Right.
At least you got a desk, mate. I've got a makeshift chair with my boy's toy box with the MacBook sitting on top of it.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough then. I think we need to sign Benteke. I think is that a Palace fan, like, winding us up, is it? Because no, thank you. If only we could have a team full of jetties. A lot of love for a jetty coming in. I mean, I want to talk a bit about Jetty in a sec after we see the lineup. I just don't see us scoring a goal.
That is the slight worry. That is slight worry.
What are you drinking tonight, lads? At the moment, I've got a KA Black Grape at the moment.
I'm drinking water because I had a really heavy yesterday.
You're actually looking not too bad for it,
I got up and went to work as well.
Soldier, absolute soldier.
I don't know how. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. But yeah, every last night.
Paul Lyons said this season could go down to goal difference for us. Should we play defensively? See, I don't think we should play as if it could go down to goal difference, because that could backfire massively. Mm-hmm. Because if we just lose every game, right, and just keep the score down and maybe get the point here, and then one of them teams just gets a win, a few points here and there, that'll backfire massively. Yeah.
This is the good thing about us playing later than everyone else, is we know how everyone else has got on. All our relegation rivals, who were sitting in and around us, have all played. By the time we kick off tonight, we're the last ones to play. So we know if we can get something out of this game, it will be a massive boost going into the Newcastle fixture. Because the Newcastle fixture, as much as it's a winnable game, they're playing well at the moment. 2-0 up. Well, they were 2-0 up last time I checked. Granted, the first goal, I think Bournemouth sort of self-destructed and gave the ball away in a silly area, but we can't rely on the fact that we're thinking that Newcastle's an easier game, we're going to get a result there. Burnley's an easier game, we're going to get a result there, because they're not.
No.
Burnley are flying. Well, not flying, but Burnley are doing okay, pushing for Europe. I'm sure Newcastle mathematically could still get into Europe as well.
Yeah,
and these are teams you're thinking that these are the teams we've got to get a result for. That's 3-0 now, Newcastle.
3-0 Newcastle, yeah. So no, that's it. So someone said, Sean Dyche, how you doing? I think they were referencing my Sean Dyche impression, I'm a bit on the spot now, but I'm watching West Ham. I'm going to be watching him closely because they'll be my team next season. I'll be managing West Ham United next season. Looking forward to going down to London and getting out of this shithole, Burnley. This is going to become my own little segment on West Ham.
I'm trying to see if the team's out yet.
Yeah, so... Oh, shit. Yeah, actually, it should be. Let's get that up. West Ham. Let's get that up. Team lineup.
Yeah, it looks like that's what Ryan said.
Right, let's get that. I want to get that up on screen, actually. I'm going to get up on screen for you guys so we can all have a little look so you can see it with your eyes and visualize it. But
Hilaire on the bench.
Oh man, that's the thing. Like, if we don't see him at the next game, something's definitely wrong.
Oh, definitely.
It's just too suspect. Okay, so share screen. Application. Bear with me, guys. Right.
No Noble today in the squad at all.
No Mark Noble in the squad. Yeah. Interesting. Now, is it injury or is it tactical? I mean, not having your captain in the squad. I mean, I don't blame him for dropping him at the starting 11, but it's odd to see him not in the side.
Yeah. Declan Rice is captain.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. He's the captain on that. So, Anderson on the bench, Silva on the bench, and a Jetty. And these are players that apparently you don't trust. So, are we even going to see these guys? This is the thing. They're just there to make up numbers.
He's brought Lewis into the bench as well. I don't know a lot about him. Is he one of the youngsters that he did like the look of? Yeah,
I think so. I can't remember. I've seen his name about, but again, like you, I don't know too much about him.
Yeah.
Just with all this going on, like all of the stuff I was little bits of information and followings I was getting for the U team, it's all gone out the window of my memory. Since this is gone, but so thankfully a lot of people are talking about Roberto. He's not on the he's not on the bench.
No, thank God.
So Johnson, I think we should see Johnson today. I can't see Fredericks doing a full 90 minutes. Surely we're going to see Johnson.
The thing is you look at Creswell. We were saying about players being tired and going into games playing a lot of minutes. Hasn't Creswell played every minute of every game since we've come back? Well,
this is it. Like, this is what I'm saying. He hasn't rotated the squad at all.
Diop
game.
Rice.
Yeah, Bowen has played a lot of football.
Bowen didn't go off. Lanzini could be. If Lanzini has a good game today, he could be the key.
He does turn up against these lot. Yeah. He does turn up against these lot.
Well, that was when I was doing the research for the preview. The stats that the stat that he scored 45% of our last 20 goals in London derbies shows how key he can be when he turns up.
Yeah, that's it.
But he blows hot and cold too much.
Yeah. So that's Billy Nichols said, "Well, I know striker in the starting 11 again. Ridiculous." You know, I'm sure Bill would like to see Adrian up front. He's a big Adrian fan, if that's if I remember right. But no, it's the thing is, this comes back to what he said. See what he said about a Jetty? He's going like, yeah, I've basically seen as much of a Jetty as like all the other people have, like all the fans have. I've seen him, and a little bit in training. It's like, but he acted as if like he didn't know much about him, and it's like, well, but you do see him in training all the time.
Yeah, and that is exactly it. Is he not putting the effort into training that then sits there and makes him think, oh, he's definitely not good enough? You know, granted, from what we've seen of Ajeti, it doesn't look good enough. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm looking at it, is that he is a striker who makes the movement that strikers would make. So instead of this long ball football trying to oof it down to Antonio and knacker Antonio out, you know, a bit. Give the opposition something else to think about, because at the moment you look at that lineup, barring Lanzini, we could have, you know, Lampard would have predicted what we were going to put out. The shape, you know, Lanzini was probably the only one. It was a toss up between Lanzini and probably Noble, you know, to be in the starting 11. Now, as an opposition manager, if you roughly can sit there and see how we're doing, how we're setting up, you're picking holes in the squad straight away, because you know Moyes isn't going to change anything. Moyes isn't going to make anything interesting to try and you know, throw a spanner into the works out of the opposition are scouting us.
I think Ruddy Games makes a good point. Antonio stretches defenses and leaves space for other strikers, but no one is utilising that space. Very true. And this is the thing what he said about Antonio. I can't remember the exact quote off the top of my head, but he basically sort of said, you know, about the work rate of Antonio and you know, how much he runs and his energy levels, all of that stuff. Said, oh, you know, he doesn't really score goals, but, you know, at least he does all these other things. It's like, well, scoring goals is the most important thing a striker can do. Yeah. You know, and he's
that's what strikers, that's what, you know, we're not scoring goals. That's why we need strikers on the pitch. Antonio's work rate, you cannot knock him. He runs himself into the ground. You know, sometimes I worry the fact that he really does struggle to last 90 minutes a lot of the time. But he does run defenders down. But sorry, Leicester nearly scored again. Sorry,
that was really random. You just said, "Oh,
sorry." And then when he does run defenders into the ground and knackers himself out, we then don't make the substitution to bring a striker on to then go, right, we've got tired defenders. Let's get someone on. Milenko, for example, like bringing him on, he's another big player who will cause aerial problems. You know, he's physical and he loves a shot. And that's the thing. He gets the ball out and he tries to shoot, something that we don't do often enough.
Yeah, that's true. Is Nicky coming on? Scott Brown said, yeah, he is. He's running late. He's coming back from work, so he'll be on as soon as he can. But all you Nicky fans out there, don't despair. He'll be on. Do you think that Moyes is protecting Haller and start using him when we have lesser teams to play? Now, this is a theory I have seen batted around social media and that. And I mean, if he is like, this is the problem. Like, if you're gonna have that tactic that you want to really implement Haller when he can, we have lesser teams to play and all of that. You should at least be having him on the bench and letting him get some minutes. Do you know what I mean? Get him some match fitness. Just be like, now we're going to start Haller. Then he's got to try and get going when we've only got a few of those games left. Yeah. And
if you look back at the performances before before the lockdown started, and you see how we played against City, we were really deep. That was damage limitation, and then we let the shackles off against Liverpool. We went for it a bit more. And to be fair, barring the goalkeeping error, we probably would have got something out of that game. Is he trying to play that sort of tactic with these games because they're three teams that have been very good this season? And as I said, when we play Newcastle, he's going to completely have a different way of thinking. From what we've seen of Moyes, I don't see that. I don't see, maybe he is protecting Haller, thinking, well, we're going to need Haller more against the likes of Newcastle, Burnley, because you think of Burnley's back line, they're a very, very big side, like a big bunch. And we need a more physical presence. And having the likes of Antonio and Haller up top against the Burnley side will cause them more problems than it would just having Antonio up there by himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's Stevie Ray obviously is saying that the tactic is similar to what he done with Bowen, holding back and start against less teams. I hope they will score and then have confidence. But this is a situation that we are in a real serious relegation battle here. Like we're only out of the bottom three on goal difference, right? And our form is terrible. We need to play our best side every week. And this is the problem, what I've said about before, about the mentality of this team. So, and it permeates, it comes from the top down, from the manager down to the players, the captain, everyone, right? About this idea of, we cut right off this game, right off that game. And then when we go against Norwich, when we go against Burnley or Newcastle, that's when we'll win. That's when we'll try. We'll just write these off. We can't afford to write any games off. And this is the thing. Anyone can beat anyone in the Premier League. I said this the other day on my show with Jace. Anyone can beat anyone. We've seen it, right? So you should go in with that mindset of, right, with Chelsea tonight, let's fucking turn up. Let's work harder than them. Let's fight harder than them. Let's win second balls. And we can get something. And you can. But when you go in with the mentality of, let's look past this game with this Newcastle, that's where it starts. Or that's, it's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been very lucky that we find ourselves in the position we're in where we haven't dropped into that bottom three because of other results going our way. And it was one of those, maybe if we did drop into the bottom three, we'd have to change things to get us out of there for leading into the last games. But it's very worrying, mate. It's very worrying.
He's playing a very dangerous game.
Yeah.
Very dangerous game.
And as I said, there's a lot of teams still with stuff to play for now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Obviously, Mark says Spartan Dad goes every game wins brings confidence, losses bring negativity, and as well, it's also the manner of the losses, right? Yeah. I'm just checking the little scores there.
Bournemouth are now 3 down.
3 down, and Leicester have got a goal back. Not that game affects us, but it's always interesting to see. But it's also that the manner of the losses, say for instance, if we gave everything we could possibly give against Spurs, and we scored, but they outscored us, and it just weren't on night. You can still take something to that. You can still take heart from that. You can still take a bit of positivity into the next game. But when you're going and you're just not threatening at all, you're just being embarrassed, so that's why even if it's a team like Liverpool or Man City. It's better if you're going to lose to them and you say you lose 2-1 or even a 3-2 or something, then just go and get smashed 4-0.
Yeah. See, now look, if Bournemouth finishes the way if they finish 3-0, we have now got a 5-goal lead in the goal difference over Villa and Bournemouth. We're minus 19, they're both minus 24. So going into this game now, if that's what we've got, that we should go for it. We should have a go because, all right, look, Chelsea have got the players to turn us over and turn us over heavily, and that is the worry. But Norwich are losing 3-0 now. That is a worry. But you've got to sometime release and try and just go for it because lose 3-0, we've still got a 2-goal head start over them two teams going into the next game. But we may nick a result. We can't afford to sit back. You saw against Spurs, when we pressed Spurs, when we actually got forward and pressed them, we caused them problems. And having a player like Bowen in the side is wasted, sticking him out on that wing. If you're not going to, as someone said there with Antonio's work rate, he tires defenders, he makes the space for other strikers. Bowen's got that intelligence to move into that space. But the problem is he's having to sit so deep that by the time Antonio makes the movement to give that space, he then can't get into the space, and there's no one there feeding him the ball as well, which is the real worry.
Well, that's it. You're spot on there, mate. And looking now at Chelsea's lineup, I mean, I did a preview with Louis, and he was saying that Pulisic could be out for this game, and look, he's right there in the bloody starting 11. Really worried about him. He's looking in very good form. And we've got Tammy Abraham is back.
Yeah, he was obviously in the game when we played him at the Bridge, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think he sort of dropped out the side a bit. He started the season on fire, and he sort of fallen out of favour. I mean, he had Giroud starting, recently. So yeah, very, very good. So I was really hoping Pulisic it wasn't starting, but he is. So he's the man we really got to watch out for.
Well, that's the thing. When you look at that bench that they've got, when you look at the players they've got to come on, they have got a lot of quality in their side, and we've just got to hope that they have an off night and we turn up.
Yeah, that's it. And this is the thing: is they have players that can come on and just change the game and offer something different, like a Giroud and things like that. Yeah. Whereas I just don't feel like there's anyone on this bench really that can do that can come on and just make any sort of real impact off the bench.
You've got players that can do that, but they're not doing that. We know you've got Wilshere he's not been given a chance, injury a lot. He can change a game. Anderson, on his day, can be a game changer, but he's not doing it. Yarmolenko he can get you a goal. He knows where the back of the net is. That's he's very predictable sometimes in the way he plays when he plays out wide, but he can get you a go.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting comment from Thomas Golds here. We got rid of Pellegrini too quick. I mean, you could say we got rid of him too slowly.
For me personally, I think we kept stuck with him too long.
Yeah, and not to say that we stuck with him too long when we should have got Moyes in earlier, but maybe if we got rid of Pellegrini earlier, we'd have then been able to, go and get other managers.
Other managers that were out there, like Ancelotti. I'm not saying he would come to West Ham, but he was out there at the time.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And this is the thing. It's tough because you don't want to keep axing manager after manager after manager, because I don't think that's good for a football club. As we said the other night, up until Redknapp, we had only had X amount of managers. Now, since Redknapp left, we've had loads. So it's that is the worry, and that is how modern day football is. But I just sometimes think you need to stick with a manager, but you need to have the right setup in place to stick with that manager. If you get what I mean.
Yep. Foot FD. Just a question, lads. What do we need? What needs to be done to get back to normal? All right. So let's assume like your interpretation of normal is stable Premier League club, right? Should we take that as maybe an interpretation of normal?
Yeah.
It's right now. It seems like a big job, doesn't it? Really, just to get there.
Yeah. That is the thing. It's a massive job, isn't it? It's we've at the moment this is the norm for us, fighting relegation. We've had it more often than not. But yeah, to get to that, to get to be a mid-table side and a settled mid-table side pushing for the top half of the league season after season, you need structure, and that from the top downwards.
I just can't see it under these owners. I can't see it. And with everything that's going on now, I don't see them doing what needs to be done, to then go and make us a stable club to invest. They're not going to invest. I can't see them investing much next season. We're going to, even more trying to scrape pennies. I saw a little article on BBC about how devastating financially it would be to us if we go down. Like they borrowed like £40 million. That's due to be paid back soon. And, the wages.
Didn't they borrow £40 million from themselves?
I don't know if this one was borrowed from themselves or from someone else, but I know they've borrowed money off themselves, but I know what they've said is this money that they've borrowed is due to be paid back if the deadline's coming up. But basically just how financially disastrous it would be for us to go down. So I can't see them really investing a lot more money into this football club next season, which, there's a lot of problem areas. And I'm not saying, we need to go and get more 40-odd million pound players, but we maybe need to get more, like 15 million pound player in this position and this position. It's all going to add up at the end of the day of what we need. And it's crazy. Matt MVG Bryant, honest view, do you see us getting out of this? Actually, it changes like every week. My view, it does, doesn't it? I'm gonna be like, do you know what? I think we'll just about scrape it, and then after the game, I'll be like, we're done. It's over. That's
this is the thing with the results going our way. In all the other games, I still think we can get out of it because
we absolutely can.
Yeah, no one's grabbed the ball by the horns and sort of pulled themselves out of it. Brighton had a good result, and they're still back involved in it. I honestly think if we can just get one win, and I just think things will start falling into place. But we need to get that win. I honestly think if we can get a goal tonight, that might breed a bit of confidence into the boys quite a lot.
That's it. 4-0 Newcastle.
So this is what I mean. Newcastle's not going to be an easy game. They are flying at the minute.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. That's why you can't, take any team for granted and look and go, oh, that's the game where we can really try, because that could be just as hard. They could just be just as on it as Chelsea are at the moment, So, like I said, I do think that we have a good chance of that, but we can't keep going game after game without scoring any bloody goals, right? We just can't do it. We need to start. Do you know what, brother? I think the amount of points that we will need to stay up will be like one of the lowest probably in the history of the Premier League.
I agree. I saw on Twitter someone done a request a bit on the odds on West Ham staying up without winning another game.
Yeah, well, really? And what were they?
I didn't see what the odds were, but that could possibly happen.
They got to be decent odds. That's got to be, because if you think about it, I mean, Bournemouth are obviously a shambles, right? Obviously a shambles. Aston Villa, I think, have the worst. I think statistically have the worst defensive record in the Premier League at the moment.
Yeah.
So Norwich are done for as far as I'm concerned.
And this is the thing now. You look at the Norwich game, right? Grant, by the time we get there, Norwich, I don't know whether mathematically, but they'll be all but down. And it's a case of you could end up getting to that stage where they then relax and find their stride and start playing without any pressure and cause an upset. But when you look at it, you've got Watford, Villa, Norwich, 6 pointers all day long, and you win them 3 games, you're safe. No doubt about it. Unless something absolutely crazy happens, you're going to be safe if we win them three fixtures.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Aston Villa now move up on goal difference.
Yeah.
I mean, the 24. I guess it all counts to once you're getting into these numbers. But yeah, I mean, it's so tight. Look at that. At least we've got a bit of green. Jeez. When was that? That was Southampton. Yeah, Southampton. But it just seems so long ago.
Yeah,
it's odd to see that in the in there. So, I mean, if you can, I mean, we are, best.
Newcastle 5-0 now. I'm watching the game here, aren't I?
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know if it's the bloody Everton game on Sky, isn't it?
Yeah,
5-0.
That's crazy.
5-0 Newcastle. They're going to tear us a new arsehole, wouldn't they? Really?
Well, maybe they're using all their goals up before they play.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They might come in overconfident.
This is it, and they could get caught out. But they have got some players that can cause us problems.
So let's have a look. Right, we've got about half hour till kickoff, just under. Should we have a? Is it 4-0?
I don't know. So I'm on the Sky app. It says 4.
Oh, okay. No, everyone's saying no, it's 4.
Yeah.
So let's have some predictions then, right? What do we reckon tonight?
I'm going to do my usual and sit on the fence and say we're going to get a draw. I think we're going to score first. I really do. But I think we'll draw. Yeah.
See, I when I did the preview on Louis' channel, right, I predicted a draw, 1-1, but I predicted that Chelsea would score first. Are they actually statistics? No, do you know why? Actually, that it's a weird one, but the reason my logic was that it would take us fucking ages to score because look, it takes us so long, the game runs out before we get a chance to score. But then there is that other stat, isn't there, that we don't get anything from games where we concede first. Yeah. However, those stats are meant to be broken. I mean, all these stats are, but I mean, it's either way. I can see. I think the best I see is a point, and that would be massive. Do you know what? If we get a point, it's a step in the right direction.
If we get a point with the way the results gone tonight, it's a big point.
Yeah.
It's a very big point.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, we've never lost 4 London derbies at home in the Premier League in one season.
Oh, now you've said that.
Well, I'm getting them out now. I'd said it in the preview as well, so
Oh man, that's the thing. Whenever those stats come up, it worries me because we always love to break those.
Yeah, it's normally the stats that we don't want to break. We are the ones we break.
Oh, 4-0 Arsenal. Norwich, Norwich have given up.
Oh, this is the thing. You've got to be so careful. It's all a numbers game, mate.
If they could have won today, right, that would only put them. That would have put them like 6 points off or 3 points off. I think 3 points from safety or something like that.
You look, they're 6 behind us. We've still got to play them. I really do. If we can beat them, Watford and Villa, I think we will definitely stay up. I can't see.
Aston Villa have got Liverpool next.
Mm-hmm.
Aston Villa, to me, is the team that we're really competing with to stay up. The closest team that we have to worry about. I'm not too worried about Bournemouth. Even before this is Nicky. Nicky's here, everyone. On his way home.
Right, mate.
How's it going? Good to see you.
I'm just popping in just to say hello. I'm just going to be about 10, 15 minutes and then I'll be in.
Cool. We'll be there for kickoff. Lovely. Have you seen the lineup, Nick, before we go?
No, not yet. One second, mate. I'll come back in.
All right.
Take me out.
All right. I'm tempted to just keep him in and see what happens.
No, take him out. Take him out. Take him out. He might have a bit of road rage.
Yeah, it'd be entertaining. People might enjoy it and sit and listen to us talk for about God knows how long. But yeah, Nicky will be back shortly in about 10 minutes or so. So we'll get his thoughts on the lineup and the game when he comes back in. But as I was saying, I think Aston Villa are our biggest rivals. I think when it comes to staying up, it's between us and them. I know Watford are sort of still in the mix, but I feel like it could either be us or Villa to go down. The thing is, I think they seem to have a little bit more going forward, but we seem to be better set up defensively than them.
Yeah, that's it. The thing with Villa is a case of you need to keep Grealish quiet.
Which he was awful the other night against what was the game where they lost to Wolves? The Wolves game. Honestly, that was one of the worst performances I've seen of a player this season. Not all of his balls, shit.
And that's it. And that's the problem. That's the thing with them is they've got no one else. He is the main man for them. He makes them tick, and you've just got to find a way of stopping him. And that's what we need to do. To be fair, it was a bit like when we had Payet. If you stop Payet, we struggle to get anywhere in the game. And he was a tough character to stop, but that's what we need to do.
The thing is, though, I don't even feel like the way he played, like Wolves even had to stop him because even when he was getting space and he's putting crosses in, his crosses are going out for goal kicks.
Yeah,
he set pieces were just awful, and I think he might have mentally checked out.
I'm with you, mate. I think he knows where he's going next season.
Yeah,
and that's what I think it is. His head's been turned, and he's just as much because he's a Villa fan, isn't he? As much as he won't want to see Villa go down, it's one of them. He knows where he's playing next season. He's probably a done deal already. They've probably just got to talk about how much he's going to go for, and if he goes down, he'll go for. If Villa go down, he'll go for a lot less than he would do staying up in the Premier League.
And they've got kick him for the chat. Who do you want me to kick? Which is some sort of Chelsea fan being a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Just tell me who it is you want me to kick, and I'll have a look at him and probably kick him. Because there's probably a few annoying bastards. But no, they've got Liverpool next. Now Liverpool, surely some people are worried that like they've won the league now, Liverpool, and they're just gonna like be on their holidays, which is a worry. But surely you've won the title for the first time in 30 years.
Yep.
This is the chance to go out and celebrate on a high. This is your victory parade. You don't want to.
You look there. You look at the Brighton Watford. The way the table is. A win for us today, or even a point for us today, drags Brighton right back into it massively. You know, they're not out of it by any means, but you know, we get the chance to drag them into it.
Yes. Oh man. It's tough. It's going to be stressful. I just want it done before that Villa game, last game of the season.
Yeah. What would the odds? Wouldn't it be funny if we get to the Villa game and Villa and West Ham both need a point to stay up and relegate Watford and Brighton?
Yeah. Could you imagine, like, and they just make a little? Let's not go for it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see what would happen in that game.
Oh, mate! Like tonight, I just want. And the thing is, if I'm to be a little bit positive, we improved. The Spurs performance was a slight improvement over the Wolves performance. So maybe we can see a slight performance from the top. We're just really getting going slowly, but I do want to see a improvement. I do want to see us create more chances and actually take it to them. But you know, check this stat out, right? I didn't know this. Someone commented on one of my Chelsea videos that I did. But obviously, the last time we done the double over Chelsea, we got relegated. Yeah, that's the stat. Yeah. So,
that was the 2003. 2003.
2000.
I can't remember now, but yeah, it was something I mentioned as well in the preview that's the worrying thing.
That's. I mean, look, these are like really superstitious stats, but still, it's like the way it is. It sort of writes itself, doesn't it? Like we'd be done double over them again, and then we go down. But honestly, I do not think if we beat them, we'll go down. So I don't think we have to worry. I don't want the team going and looking at that stat and going, "Shit, we better not beat them." He got relegated last time.
It's just it's one of them things. Just coincidence. There's nothing. It's not necessarily going to happen. So but this is the thing. I think again, if we get any sort of result out of this, it's a step in the right direction, massively.
Oh, absolutely. Rick Codger on the super chat. No. Thank you, mate. Really.
Thank you
by that. Scott and Dan, what is your score for tonight's game? I'm saying 2-1 West Ham. You know what, Rick? I hope you're right, mate. I really hope that you're right. I mean, I've gone for 1-1. I know you said draw, Scott. You didn't give your score.
I said we'll score first. So I said 1-1, I think.
No, yeah, but we could have scored first and still get a 2-2.
I think it'll be 1-0. I think 1-0 as well. If we concede early, I'm really worried.
and kick the Chelsea bug. Bloody hell, we're getting some about this Chelsea. Oh yeah, he's been a bit annoying.
I saw Eagle. I didn't see what Eagle done too much wrong. I know he's a Palace fan.
Shit! I ain't kicked an innocent person. Have I? Someone please make me feel better
about. When I'm here for the football, and then someone.
Oh shit! Does anyone know if Eagle really deserved it? Look, I can see where he's been blocked. I can't unblock him. Sorry, Eagle, if you was innocent. Poor bastard. Oh man. Do you know what? As well, my maths.
We have a few fans from other teams that watch us on here. So it's and speak.
Yeah.
I know you get the odd ones coming in who just want to cause problems and chat crap, but there's some. We had a couple of Everton fans in before, haven't we? That have,
usually we get decent ones, but I don't mind a bit of banter. It's when they start spamming it, you know.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we had to love.
Yeah, you can have a dig, but it's when you just keep writing that comment, and you just repeat yourself, you spam him, you know. Will Moyes make 5 subs this time? Wow, that would be that's something to see, isn't it?
No,
That'd be.
I really can't see it.
Will Moyes make any subs? Not before the 85th minute.
This is going to be the subs tonight, right? He's going to be Anderson on for Fornals or Lanzini. Who else is on the bench?
We've got Yarmolenko.
We may see Yarmolenko for probably Bowen, and that'd be it. Unless anyone picks up a knock.
Yeah, which could be Fredericks. That's odds on if you were betting on that. And that's I don't know Fredericks' fitness at the moment, but yeah, I mean I could see I would like to see Johnson come on. Although if we're chasing the game, I don't want to see him do what he did last time. Let's just take right back off. We've got players. I really would like to see Xande Silva. I really would. Yeah, we've been crying out to see him and let him get some minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
this is the thing. This is what we said about. Someone's just said it there, Antonio. When you look at the Spurs game, he was knackered.
Yeah.
He was knackered. Change him.
And this is how he ends up getting injured.
What we were losing a game, and we're chasing the game. We're fighting to stay in the Premier League, and he doesn't make an attacking sub when you're 2-0 down in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And it does not make sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. You're 2-0 down. A loss is a loss. I get with the goal difference, and it may come down to goal difference, but you change your sub, bring a player on, bring fresh legs on up front. You may go and nick a goal back, and it improves your goal difference. So you can't say defense is the best form of attack when you're losing.
Yeah, that's it. That whole thing, we're losing. Not let's try and get a goal back. No, let's keep the score down. It's pathetic. Yeah. And the only positive is we ain't all fucking had to go down there and stand in the cold not in the cold, but stand outside and make the journey there to see it. But
honestly, mate, it's probably one of the only saving graces that we haven't. As much as we all want to be there, we haven't had to be there to sit through it. We're watching it at home, but I want to get back down and watch football, like watching football at the ground. It's all right on the telly, it's good, but we want to get back over there and start watching the games.
Yeah, absolutely. Chelsea have lost 9 league games this season. How can Moyes write off games? Chelsea have been good this season, but hardly unbeaten. Well, yeah, but that's it. That's the thing.
That was my point with Spurs. When you looked at Wolves, out of the 3 teams, Wolves, Chelsea, and Tottenham, for me, Wolves were the harder team to beat out of the 3.
Yeah.
That's
the thing. You look at Villa; they were under the cosh for most of that game. Still managed to go in and score first and get a goal. They just couldn't hold on and that. But they managed to score against them. So they're not. So that's I think how we perform and how we play today is going to tell us a lot.
Yeah.
Max said, get Dom on for a fan cam later. He's protesting. He's not watching the games. What? Yeah. Why? Why is that? He's not watching the.
Because he don't agree with the fact that football's back without fans. I think something along them lines.
Oh.
Or it's either that or he don't agree that he thinks it should have just been scrapped. I'm not sure. One out of two. I do remember him saying, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, Bournemouth have scored a goal. Bournemouth are already doing better than West Ham. They've scored.
Yeah. But that's it. So that might give him a bit of confidence.
It would, exactly.
At least scored it. Let's see.
Because then they lost. Well, isn't Wilson's not been playing in there?
I don't know whether he's not been playing or Gosling scored. I don't know what's going to happen with that Wilson. He's a quality player. He's gone right off the ball. I don't know whether he's injured or what.
I know he has a big injury record.
Yeah.
Gary Page says, if we lose tonight and at Newcastle, Moyes should be gone. It's just I just don't know whether it's just too late for that.
You're playing a dangerous game then, aren't you? When we're getting rid of a manager now because you're relying on whoever it is coming in and getting that new manager bounce, the new effect of taking people from the back room, putting people like Nolan in charge, things like that. you're not changing a lot. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Wilson's suspended for 10 yellow cards.
Yeah. So, well, that's good.
Not because he'll be available for when they play us. I know we've played him, haven't we? We ain't got to play him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he has a good, he has a good record against us. But yeah, Moyes, it's a weird one, isn't it? I mean, we won't get another manager in if we sacked him now. It'd be caretaker, whether that's Nolan or whoever. So it's a weird one. We didn't get that new manager bounce when we signed Moyes, did we? We beat Bournemouth, and then that was it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that we beat Bournemouth, and everyone was like going to me, you didn't want Moyes, and giving me shit over it. It's like I was like, calm down, it's one game. That's
it. That's the when that Bournemouth game, that was a completely different team. Do you know what I mean? It's
Scotty, why don't you and Graham take charge? Got a good record at Thames Ironworks. Can't do any worse. Come on, you Lions.
We didn't have the best of seasons this season, but everyone's allowed a blip.
Well, yeah, you're lucky you're not in the Premier League, mate.
I know.
You're lucky you don't get time in the Premier League.
They null and voided ours, so it don't count.
So you actually got null and voided. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, null and voided. So
yeah.
Someone said in the comments, Joe Cole, Joe Cole understands the club. He's not had a lot of managerial experience. He's by what I understand, he's a decent coach, but
what about as a caretaker?
That's what I mean. I just don't know whether he's got the experience there that will turn it around.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Even if you go back to when Booking took charge that time, it got us playing better, but been around the game a very, very long time. Knew what was needed to be done. It's just with younger managers, they have new ideas and new ways of doing things, but sometimes you still need a little bit of experience, especially in the position that we're in.
Do you seriously think West Ham as a couple will be able to compete for Champions League football? I mean, it hasn't worked with big money invested. What else was for? I thought he was just asking a genuine question. I thought he was going, do you seriously think West Ham as a club? He said, do you seriously think West Ham as a club? Not under these owners, that's for sure. The owners that actually said they'd deliver Champions League football. No chance.
It was a case I said years ago, didn't I? I said 2022 will be playing Champions League football. And
yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I'll admit that. I said that.
Wait, you're not wrong yet. You're not wrong.
Oh, no, wrong. It's not going to happen.
It's still time.
But
Scott, we got that on video.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on a post-match pint somewhere along the side.
We got to get that in 2022 though, because like I said, imagine you guys be right. I mean, I honestly think my prediction is we'll be playing championship football in 2022 because I think we may not go down this season, but I think next season we will go down.
I don't think we will. I think if we stay up this season, I think we'll be. We won't be. We're not going to set the world alight next season and stuff like that. But we'll be a mid-table finisher next season.
I mean, that's going to be a big improvement from where we are now. Like really.
Yeah. That's if we stay up.
So wait. So do you not think then we'll be involved in a relegation battle next season? You don't think we'll?
Yeah, I do. I do think next season, depending on the changes that are made in the summer, and obviously you don't know with the financial situation and stuff like that, I do think we'll be involved in the scrap, but involved in it in the sense of, we 6 or 7 games before the end of the season, we're comfortable mid-table.
Yeah. So mathematically we could go down, but realistically one of them ones.
Yeah. That I think that's what it will be, and it will be a bottom mid-table. The bottom of mid-table, if you know what I mean. That's where we'll finish.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I just don't have the faith that they're going to do what needs to be done. That's the problem.
I just think that it's a case of they can't afford us to go into the championship. And
they can't.
The rumours are true that are floating about that there's people interested in buying the club, the worst thing that can happen for Golden Sullivan, as they look at it, is we get relegated because they lose money.
True. It's I mean that's the thing. It's one of them things is they're gonna have to spend to stop themselves losing money. So it's that risk factor for them of because they've spent before, but obviously and we're in this situation, but obviously they haven't spent wisely and ain't got the infrastructure right. Harley says if we stay up and we did let Moyes go, who would you want to see manage us? Who would you like to see over David Moyes next season if we stay in the Premier League?
I'll be honest. I think unless they sort out the structure underneath the club, in the sense of, like Nicky's brought up on many occasions with the scouting network and things like that, I don't see an improvement in anyone we bring in. Because if the structure's not right and we still go into the season with the scattergun approach of, right, let's fire 50 bids out there and hope something sticks. As I said the other night, you've got to look at Wolves, you've got to look at the Leicesters and see how they've achieved things by having the structure in place, the scouts out there picking the players, and the manager has this idea, the manager knows the system, and the scouts go and find the players to fit the system. Whereas with us, it's right, we have a system, well, this player will put him in there, this player will put him in there. It doesn't work. And that's where we need to improve. And this is probably, you could bring another man, you could bring Dyche in who gets players to work hard and stuff like that. But if you've not got the money to back him, he's then left with what we've got now. Now, can you honestly sit there and say a manager like Dyche that wants the players to press, wants the players to work hard? Look at Burnley's back line, the size of them. He's not going to get a load of money to go out and buy players to achieve that. He's going to have to get the best out of what we've got at the moment. And then if we sell someone for big money, we may then go and buy a couple of players. And this is the thing with Moyes. Moyes he's not shown me enough to warrant him staying, but he's never had his own team.
That's the thing, isn't it? And that's that he's. I mean, this window obviously we got two signings. Those two. This is the only sort of credit I can give him is signings wise. I mean, it's the same guy who signed Jared Bowen, for crying out loud. But so far, Jared Bowen. I mean, Jordan Hugill. I meant to say. So, but he signed Jordan Hugill, but Bowen looks to be a great. This is what I'm saying. I don't know whether these were Moyes signings or not, or we had them lined up already. But Souček and Bowen looked good signings, so maybe
that's the thing. Dan, is who did bring them in? If we had carried on playing, if the lockdown had never happened and we had carried on playing, the way the performances that we were putting in, I think we would have gone on and pushed to sort of the bottom part of mid-table, because we were playing. Weren't great, but we were playing better. We looked like a team that could get results. At the moment, we don't look like a team that can get results, if you know what I mean. And it is really tough. There's a massive overhaul needed at the club before we can go and get Scotty Parker. We can go and, I've seen Lee Bow, you mentioned, players, managers like that. But unless there's a massive change within the club on how the structure is done, it doesn't matter.
Well, I can't argue with that, and that's the thing. Is someone like Dyche, he can work with very little, but like you said, if he ain't got, actually, we got Moyes. This is what he has to say.
Too many games coming. Frank, you made the decision to switch to Remy Abraham and Olivier Giroud. Tell us about your thinking.
All right, let me rewind it. We don't really care what Frank has to say, do we? No, I'm doing that thing, when you rewind it and that goes too far. Here we go.
Well, just at the end of training yesterday, he just felt he's back
Noble
a little bit, and he thinks it's his hamstring. So
hamstring for Noble.
With the games coming up, we didn't think it was worth the risk. I think if it was a one-off tonight, possibly could have made it, but we've just got too many games coming. Frank, you made the decision.
Right. Okay. So he's just saying basically Noble's pulled a hamstring. Get well soon, no more. I wonder if he would have started him though. So Demas Mohar donated $5 in the super chat. Thank you, Demas. Really appreciate it. Chelsea fan here. How do you guys see this game going? Cheers from the States. That's why it's $5. I see. us being under pressure for quite a bit of the game, honestly, and trying to take our chances where we can.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot like how it was at the Bridge in the first half. Yeah, we rode our luck a lot in the first half at the Bridge, and that's what I think tonight will be the same.
Yeah, I think there could be a point where we'll sort of just catch their defence, slipping and take advantage of it, score a goal. I don't think this is what Louis was telling me is they're very weak against set pieces, Chelsea, right? Mm-hmm. However, we're weak at attacking set pieces, as we've seen. We've been awful.
We haven't got our best aerial threat.
No, but we do have Ogbonna, who is one of our, if not second or third aerial threat. Maybe, I mean, he's scored quite a few goals this season for us from corners and things. So maybe we could see Ogbonna come back in and score, like the hero that he is.
Fingers crossed, mate. I'd love for him to go on and get a goal and us to go and get a result tonight. I really would. Barring Declan Rice, Ogbonna's been the best player in our side without foul.
Yeah, definitely. He was one of my contenders for Am of the Year, that's for sure. Stephen Butler says Eddie Howe will bring wholesale changes if he joins the Hammers. Eddie Howe.
I like Eddie Howe. Redknapp, I remember Harry Redknapp saying he's one of the best coaches that he's ever seen. He's just because again it's not going right for him at the moment. He's worked on a small budget. I think he wasted a bit of money the other season, didn't he? When they signed Defoe, I didn't quite understand that. It was a weird one for them, but he got some good out of Wilshere as well, didn't he? When he was there.
Yeah, he did. But it's just, and this is the thing. Like, of course, he's managing a club like Bournemouth. A very small club, so you can't sort of judge him too harshly. However, it's hard to get a manager who's doing so badly, right, in the relegation battle, and then just try and bring him into West Ham to come and sort of lift the place. Yeah, So yeah, I don't know whether I would take that risk at this stage. I think that is a big risk.
Mm-hmm.
If we get a new manager, we need to stop getting tactical dinosaurs. We need someone that will change and adapt.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That is what we need. We need someone who's going to change that. We can't keep resorting back to people like Moyes and again people commenting saying Allardyce. We don't want to go back to Allardyce. Allardyce is out of. I said this the other night. Allardyce is out of the game for a reason. There's a lot of teams that are fighting for their lives, and Allardyce is there, and Allardyce is the man that normally keeps you up. But you can't. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go back to that.
He done a great job at Everton, but it's just his football isn't pleasing.
Exactly, and that's it. I just think that Allardyce could probably keep us up, but again, he's working with the same bunch player Moyes is going to be working with, and they're he's not going to get a tune out of any of them that Moyes ain't getting out of a tune. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's the same. It's going to be no different. The tactics are going to be exactly the same.
Yeah. Hector Gomez says the match is here. Yes, Hector. If you stay with us for at least just over 90 minutes, you'll probably see the match at some point. Just keep watching. You never know. This is be prepared. This is where we get loads of people just coming in. Are you showing the match? Why are you not showing the match? Where's the match?
Yeah, we're not allowed to show the match. It gets shut down.
It's bring Billy Bonds in as manager. Oh yeah, we've got Ginger Pele on screen. Yeah, it's good to see Ginger back.
Yeah.
Ginger back. No, Billy Bonds, he's someone who I think is sort of harshly. I mean, I wouldn't have him as manager now, but he was sort of, I think, harshly treated during his time as manager.
Exactly.
And prematurely sacked. Link. I can't post a link, but there might be a site.
Roll through the chat. I'm sure people will put one in there.
He's goal. That's what I'm going to say. So look at Trevor Brook in there as manager.
Yeah,
celebrating. Beautiful. Actually, could you imagine if he stayed and just became a great manager for West Ham?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's what I'm jealous of them having, Chelsea having Frank Lampard. If we could have a former player come and just do a great job for the club and just be a great manager.
Yeah, a random one for everyone in the chat. Would they take Lampard as a manager?
Well, I don't think it's an option, but I would. Yeah,
if he was available, would they take him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's still a lot of people that are upset with him, but I don't, like I said, I don't really hold any grudges against Lampard. I understand him, the whole situation that happened. I would take him for sure. I definitely would. Definitely a young, progressive manager. Have a bit more of an understanding of the modern game. And I think maybe that's the difference is these managers now, they've had their time, they've had their era, and you know, the game has changed a lot in that time. Yeah. So a lot of people talking about Everton and how good Moyes was at Everton. That was a long time ago.
Exactly, and that's the thing. It was a long time ago, and the game's moved on since then. You know, and this is the thing. It is time to now, you know, like you said, look at a manager that's looking at the new way of thinking and the new way of playing. You know, and this is what I said about going back to the Allardyces. You know, you don't really want that.
A lot of comments talking about Di Canio. Again, this is Di Canio. I think is a manager as well. Who was a bit hard done by and maybe doesn't get the credit he should get as a manager. He got, I believe he got Swindon back-to-back promotions, did he not? Swindon, and then he kept Sunderland up, didn't he? Just about Sunderland up, and they was in real shit, like just an absolute mess. Sunderland.
Oh yeah, they were terrible. They just went out, they again. It was like with them, it was a scattergun approach with the players they signed, weren't it?
Yeah, that's it. And the thing is, I mean, he's opened up recently, Di Canio, about just how much of a nightmare it was behind the scenes. So I think the fact is that that's, you know, after that he hasn't managed again. I think that's a real shame that. You know, I would like to see him carry on and see more what he could do. But I think people just assume that he's just this terrible manager when really, if you look at his track record, he hasn't done a particularly bad job.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Gerrard's another shout, you know, if he becomes available. Yeah. You know, another young manager.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right, Dan, I'll go get a drink.
All right. The players are coming out.
Yeah.
Here they come. Temus Moore again with another $5. Hamstone up against us. This game is good. Going to be interesting. I'm sure you guys will start. Thanks for the $5 again, Demus, and thanks for your kind words again. As Nikki said, you don't have to donate money to get your comments read out. Like, while we appreciate everything. Of course, we appreciate if you guys share, comment. We appreciate anything anyone can do to support us, even if it's just a thumbs up on the video. So. Here we go. They've shown the lineup there in all its glory. 4-2-3-1.
Or is it a 4-5-1?
Yeah. We've got again. It's Rice and Souček holding, and then Bowen on the right, Lanzini in the middle, Fornals on the left, Antonio up front. It's interesting.
Dan, now remember when we're leading up the kickoff, you've got to pause yours because I think I'm going to be a little bit behind you.
Well, I'm going to have to wait until kick because I'm going to have to wait until I can actually see the numbers on the screen. Yeah. I wanted to try and put a little clock up so everyone can see it, but Nikki hadn't paid the restream yet. So we'll have to wait for next week to try and get the jazzy clock and try and sync it up. Ooh, so 4-3-3 for Chelsea. Yep, they're going. See, this is the thing. It's us being a more defensive team going against a team that's just going to be all out.
William and Pulisic, very, very good players for them too. You know. Not saying Abraham, he's a talent in himself, but good to see Deck with the armband, if I'm honest.
This is a question for you. Any more Thames Ironworks FC content on the channel coming up next season?
There's nothing in the pipeline at the moment.
That's it.
Yeah, so I'll just be blatantly honest. There's nothing in the pipeline at the minute. We don't even know when we're going to be able to get going again. Yeah, you know, we've had no information. If you're following the guidelines from the FA, you can train in groups of 6. You know, it's but we've got no indication when we're going to be up and running. So once I know when we're going to be up and running, I could start sorting bits and pieces out. We may try and get something out, but I'll very much.
Oh yeah. There we go. So wait a minute. West Ham wearing a new kit today. I know Chelsea wearing their new kit. Are we? A lot of people saying they're wearing their new kit. But we'll try to do you a favour. We'll definitely want to do ourselves a favour. There he is, Sir Trev. He knows how to wear a mask, unlike Sullivan. Them masks are so crap, though. They're so crap. To see a legend wear that tacky crap mask.
I don't understand. He's sitting on his own. He's away from everyone. I don't quite get why he's got it on.
Yeah, I guess it's for appearances, isn't it? But like, there's some real good quality masks you can get where it don't pull on your ears, and it sits over your head and all that. And they've got him wearing that tacky crap that they brought out to capitalise on it, and it's just he deserves better than that, Sir Trev. There he is, Lampard. They took a chance. This is only his second job in management for Lampard. It's a big risk, and so far, it could all go wrong next season. But you got to say he's done a good job. No signings.
He was a PR stunt, wasn't he, for him? Let's be honest. It was a case of they had this transfer ban. They needed to get someone in who
the fans would give a little bit of time.
Yeah, and that's it. And if it went wrong, the fans wouldn't automatically straight jump on his back. They would think, the key for Lampard now would be next season when he can actually sign people.
I hate that little thing Sky are doing. They show the fans will go, it's just so cheesy. It's so cheesy. No, we're not wearing our new kit today. Chelsea are, though, because they want to get the money. And apparently their Yokohama tyre still's up. Anyway, so let's see.
That is a rip-off.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. 17 quid. Bloody hell. Here we go. The bubbles are flying. Kick-off. Here we go. We're underway. Let's see. As the timer comes up, Scott, I'll try and sync up with you.
Well, hang on. I'm just waiting for the timer, mate. Hold on.
Yeah, so am I. Thank you, NHS. 18 seconds, 19 seconds, 20 seconds.
I'm 19, 20.
Go on, keep counting.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
There we go. We're in sync.
Yep. A bit brighter.
Yeah, it's a bit lively. That's what I want to see. But now we just got to keep the ball down, try and settle it, because this is where we're vulnerable. You're a minute behind. Bloody hell. Like, why has Lisa Langley always got like super fast? It's like she's there. She's always so ahead. Right. Now we are starting a little bit livelier, a little bit more promising. We just need to get past their defense, but we're moving the ball a bit better.
Moving the ball a lot better.
Yeah.
I feel we put more completed passes together in this opening minute and a bit than we did in probably the first half against Wolves.
This is I just want to see a good performance today. I want to celebrate a goal on it. Let's see it. It's funny, you know what? Someone said, and I think they're having a dig. You're looking forward to playing Millwall next season then. And it's so... Could you imagine, right? We get relegated. We're finally in the same league as Millwall. And the fixture... We play when we play Millwall, no fans could be allowed in the stadium. So they avoid it all again. It'd definitely be some sort of conspiracy.
I really doubt that game... If we ever were in the same league as Millwall, or we got drawn against Millwall in the Cup at home, I don't know how they would police that because, get it away.
Come on, West Ham.
Rice does look like a leader, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's one of the few players that seems to really be. He doesn't let his head drop. He's taking charge. Is that Randolph climbing over the bloody hoardings there?
No, I don't think so, mate. I can't. No, I think it's a ball like the people who get the football when it goes over.
Oh yeah, they got grown-ups now, haven't they?
I haven't got corona.
Nicky said he'll be back in 10 minutes, 30 minutes ago. That's Nicky for you.
Well, yeah, welcome to the world of Nicky.
Yeah. He might make it for the second half in the end.
Yeah. I think Ryan's trying to hopefully make it for the second half as well.
God. This looks like it's down a bit. That's what I mean. Usually you just got to wait for the game to settle a bit. And oh, yes.
The work rate from Bowen there.
That's what I'm saying. He works his arse off, Bowen, defensively as well. I think gets overlooked as how much defense work he does actually do.
Yeah. Fornell seems to be playing a lot more advanced tonight. This is the thing. We've got to get up and around Antonio tonight. That's where we've been going wrong.
Dan, who's the greatest of all time of WHF TV? You guys, the subscribers. That's what I'll say. The subscribers.
Yeah, exactly.
Nicky would be late for his own funeral, and you know what people say about I wouldn't be surprised at all. Do you know what? At his funeral, someone needs to make that a thing. Whoever's in charge of the body, make him late for his own funeral, just to be in.
It would be like the hearse would be stuck in traffic or something like that. That's just such a Nicky thing.
Yeah, it is. Sam says, "Have we touched the ball yet?" Yeah, we've had quite a few touches. We've made some good passes, and we're looking good.
Corner at the minute. Swung in, cleared away. Oh, not.
Oh, he's gone for the overhead. No power on it.
No.
So,
this is again looking when you get situated here, right? So you see in this replay, as soon as Fabianski gets the ball, he's looking. Look, where can I go with it? And there's no way.
And this is the
thing, when you play counter-attacking football, when you play the defensive football we're playing, you need to counter-attack. You need to break.
Yeah, that's from we're much too slow on the break. Yeah. I'm watching with the crowd, by the way, Sunder. Watching with the crowd, but I've got it on low anyway, so I can hear what Scott's saying. Because that's much more important than the crowd. Yeah. Sit straight to Declan's foot. Look, he's got his head up. He's looking for options. And this is what I'm saying. Like
he's now the furthest forward player.
We're just not making the sort of runs we need to be making. Like,
well, Fornell seemed to run behind the defender then instead of. I don't know whether he was trying to drop to show for the ball, but he moved to where a Chelsea player was.
Is Moyes playing more attack than normal?
Judging we had the ball when we've had the ball, we've had it in the Chelsea half a bit more.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's just the players being a bit more lively.
Yeah.
Rather than how he's set up. A bit more cooler for you tonight. Yeah, the weather has calmed down. It's a bit warm though, but nothing like that other night when Friday night playing. Couldn't sit here and watch football, do it under those conditions. Look, there's Rice. Look, he's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling people where they need to be. This is what I'm saying, like, and people don't rate him. There's people out there that just don't rate him, and I don't understand.
I honestly don't understand. But yeah, all right, yeah, you could sit there and say we're biased because we're West Ham fans, but you just watch the boy play. When that game he played at the back against Wolves, you see how he reads the game, and he will go on to be a very good player.
I just hope we have a few more years with him.
Yeah, I still think he'll be a future England captain.
Oh yeah, without doubt. Answer my question, says Caroline Canini. Right, what's your question? Oh, who has touched from Chelsea? Who has touched from Chelsea? All of them. All of them have touched. What do you make of the crowd tonight? Do you know what? I think the fans are up for it. You can tell this is a derby. There's noise. It's a proper London derby. But yeah, Caroline, if your question is who has touched, who from Chelsea has touched tonight, they've all touched. There's another touch. I just really want to see a good performance out of Lanzini. Yeah, I missed that Lanzini involved.
Yeah. See, Chelsea are going to have a lot more on the ball than us tonight. I just think it's how we counter.
But that's it. That's what I'm saying. If you're not gonna have much of the ball, you have to be so clinical and you have to be so,
So this was
shit, Fredericks.
This is a lot how it was at the bridge. That's a foul. Come on.
No, we got a Geordie in. Hey, fellas, good result from news from my beloved tune tonight. Yep, we'll have that all day. There. Just do us a favour and lose to us on the weekend while you're at it. You can be on the beach on your holidays. Come on.
The problem they've got is this: if this takeover goes ahead, they've got an opportunity to push for Europe now. It's going to be interesting, very interesting for them next season.
Or they could do like a QPR or a Fulham or a Villa and just spend loads of money and go down.
Yeah, but
there's no guarantees in football.
No, of course not. Of course not. And it goes back to having a plan. It was a bit like when the Icelandics come in. They just bought these players who, were on high money thinking they were really good, like the likes of Lundberg and people like that. And it never worked out. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And that's half the problem sometimes with these chairmen coming. And Fernandez at QPR got his hands bitten, didn't he? He brought in players on ridiculous amounts of money who weren't even interested in playing for the football club. And then,
Lemon says, are you worried about Newcastle? They destroyed Bournemouth. Will they do the same to West Ham? I don't think they'll destroy us, but I think it's going to be a very hard game. Whatever result is, even if we lose, I don't think we're going to lose to that level, but it's going to be very tough to get a result. I think it's going to be a real tough game. We shouldn't take that for granted.
It's going to be a tough game for Fredericks up against St. Maximin.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's on fire at the moment. Hi, subscribed. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
We'll have that. See,
I want to see us getting stuck in as well. A few meaty challenges, cut the 50-50s.
Yeah. You just need to have a bit of a plan of when you've got the ball, what to do and how to attack. Come on, you Orions. Someone said in the comments. Yeah, Carroll ain't scored. Also, he nearly scored today, and he's nailed on to score against us, isn't he?
Oh, it's going to be interesting. It's either that or that nailed on to get injured.
if he does, his missus should give him a divorce if he does score.
Well held. It's a bit worrying. Can't give William space like that in a box. Don't want to get his shot away when he did.
Yeah, he's a quality player, William. Oh, yeah. If he puts it a little bit more to the left into the corner, that probably.
That's better. See, look, Antonio brings it down. We've got to play around him. But look at the pressure. Look.
This is the thing. Like, there's never it seems to be any support. A lot of the other players around him aren't really moving.
What you see there, the pressure they put on Antonio there, and then Bowen there. We don't do that with teams. We give them far too much time and space on the ball. Well,
that's it. And the thing is, our off-the-ball movement is so poor, you're not giving our players any options. So they're there, and they've got to try and, like Bowen, to try and run himself out of danger. Yeah. Rather than, you're trying to move into space and give him an option. And
the other thing as well is that where we've not got the ball so much, that's why we're tired, because we're constantly chasing it.
Yeah.
So you've got to look after the ball when you've got it. Yeah, look, you can tell they've worked on, you were saying earlier about Chelsea not very good at defending set pieces.
Yeah.
Back to the Antonio long throw.
Classic. God, I ain't seen this tactic in a while.
And it's all...
Go! Come on! Fucking hell.
So he caused them problems.
Yeah. Given us
that's the thing with the players like Diop, Bonner and Souček and Rice as well. We can cause problems at set pieces.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Someone said Hugo scored yesterday for QPR. Every time Hugo scores, the people go, we need to bring him back. That's his level. It's his level.
Yeah, I think so.
But if we get relegated, then that's his level. Yeah. So maybe do bring him back if we go down.
He never really got a chance, did he? Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's another one I don't think is good enough. And one of my mates who's a West Ham fan, one of his friends is a Preston fan, and he did actually go on.
Fucking Lanzini nearly comes in to tap it in.
But yeah, he said they were laughing the amount of money we paid for him.
Oh yeah, it's a joke.
He barely moved.
It is, man.
Antonio does well there.
Oh, that is quality. If you can just hold on a couple seconds more.
13 minutes into the game, we've had a shot. Granted, it's not hit the target, but we've had a shot.
But it's a good chance. It's a very good chance.
And it's unlucky. Not like 4-0 where he's through 1-on-1 and skies it over the bar.
Yeah, so that's... Oh, no. Was that a shot, though? Or was he trying to play in Lanzini? Do you think that was a shot and he wasn't trying to set up Lanzini? Maybe tried to curl it into the left corner. West Ham fans in full voice there tonight.
Yep.
Do you know what though? They're quite good with this crowd stuff because we probably would be singing "Come On You Lions" at that very point. Lisa's right. We need to take them chances. Yeah, because we're not going to get too many of them. So
that's the problem. That is the problem, and that would have been perfect time to score.
Yeah.
Settle us down a bit. For us to get an early goal would settle us down. But again, you've got that worrying stat, haven't you, where we've dropped so many points from winning positions.
But this is the problem. We've dropped loads of points from winning positions and not picked up many points from losing positions. So we're damned if we do.
Yeah,
it sounds like a last-minute winner is our best option, but we don't get many of them either.
I think we got one of the lowest score rates in like the last 5 minutes of games or something. Like we've hardly scored any goals this season.
Do we have any positive stats? Do we have any like really good stats? Does anyone in the chat?
I think it's only individual player stats. I'm sure Declan Rice is in and amongst tackles and interceptions, and obviously Hilaire is one of the top players for aerial duels one.
Yeah,
and the team, I don't think we have any.
Shambles. That's it. This is another thing. What Moyes said is he wants to do with Antonio is play them long balls over the top and hope that Antonio can get onto it. But
this is the thing. You look at that prime example there. He's played that ball over the top. Right? If Antonio had won that, he's out on the wide right. No one near him.
Exactly.
The players to get up and support.
That's what I'm saying. He's in a 1-on-2 position basically, or 2-on-1. And
you're playing. You're playing players like Lanzini and Fornells to get the ball on the floor to him and get in and around him. And we don't move enough. Come on,
that's it. For those wondering where we are in the game, we're 15 minutes 50 seconds in.
Go on, Bo.
Watching along. What's going on?
Too easy.
But again,
he lost his alley, 2 players on him, no movement, no one's looking to, Frederick's just running a straight line instead of, trying to angle something, make something different, pull a defender out.
Yeah. Jeez, come on, West Ham.
You're literally you're like 1 second in front of me or 1 second behind me.
Am I?
Yeah.
What are you on?
34.
Oh yeah, I'm like 1 second behind, right? I've bloody paused it to catch up with you. Now you're ahead of me.
Right, see now look, move, look. No, look, can't break. Look, too slow coming out. Too slow.
What's Lanzini doing?
That's a shit ball from Fornells.
No, but then why is Lanzini just standing there? Do you know what I mean? If he goes and starts to make a run, Fornells can play a through ball.
Too slow.
It's static. That's what I'm saying. We're so easy to defend against.
Yeah.
It's where's Nicky? He must be having his tea, as he calls it. I don't believe in calling it tea. Yeah, I don't call it tea. Nicky calls it tea. I call it dinner.
Dinner. It's good interception. Come on, better than that Fornells. Wait.
That's a good cross. Headed away nicely. Come on, West Ham. Let's just fucking get hold of this and hit him on the counter. I mean, they haven't had too many real dangerous chances yet, but
Go on, Antonio.
with that, come on, you gonna give us that? No, is it shoulder to shoulder? No.
Yeah, give that.
Yeah, I mean, without bloody Rice and Antonio, we'd be long down. I tell you, two of our most important players.
I think as well, we've got to get Antonio running at Christensen because I'm sure he's been struggling with an injury.
Who is Christensen?
Yeah. He was one of them that was a bit iffy for this game, a bit like Pulisic.
We're just waiting for Nicky, Pink Panther. We're waiting for Nicky, as usual.
See, this is the other thing with us is that we don't shoot. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
that yard of space and just hit a shot like William did and like Bartley's done now. You know, even just to test the goalkeeper. We know Chelsea's goalkeeper ain't great.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's that still trying to walk it into the back of the net that we saw with Pellegrini. Give it a go. This is the thing, though. We haven't got. I'd like to see Bowen maybe give it a go. It's just not so much Antonio shoot from outside the box, but yeah, just have a few shots. Make the keeper work.
Yeah,
you know.
See, look at it. It's just literally deeper and deeper and deeper. Oh, that was a let off.
That's it there. That was a let off. Good decision from Abraham there to leave it. Oh, bloody hell. We got lucky there.
Fredericks is the wrong side of him.
Defensively, I just don't think Fredericks is there. Like he's what some people say about him, it's a pace merchant.
Yeah. The thing is as well, when you look at that, they're trying to they're looking down the left a lot as well. Because they know obviously Lanzini's going to be looking to get forward more than he's tracking back.
Come on, boys. Let's just fucking make their keepers, force a save.
It's another push in the back.
Souček there. Who is? I do like Souček. He was looking really good before he got injured.
Yeah, he's not really hit the ground running since the week. You know, but pushing the back again.
Someone said, "Do you think Chelsea look a lot fitter than us?" Yeah, I do actually.
I'll be honest, a lot of teams look fitter than us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It just seems to be the issue we've had like for years.
Yeah.
But this is the problem. Like, there's only so much, right? You can keep this up and defend like this because look, you can see Ogbonna looks like it's fucking. Eventually, the concentration's going to slip, and
Well, Meatball 93 says Bowen's already scored against Chelsea in the cup for Hull. Put him up front and on free kicks. I can't remember when's the last time we had a free kick in a dangerous position. We don't get many because we're not that far up the bloody pit.
I think we had a fairly. I don't know if it was Wolves. I think it was the Wolves. We had one that was fairly close, but the angle was out a bit. But yeah. They're just chasing. This is the problem, though, with Moyes, right? There's nothing in him where we can look at this and go, right, here's the solution. Here's how we can change things up. Maybe get a little bit on the front foot. That's it. Come on.
So, and this is the thing. This is what I'm saying about the runs.
But this is the thing. But that's what I'm saying. With Antonio, he's sort of playing off the shoulder, right? Surely then Bowen could have maybe played a little ball over the top, sort of dinked it over and let him run onto it. Or played a little through ball or something.
That's the chance. So his touch let him down, Antonio.
It's a shame that Lanzini couldn't have got in there a little bit quicker.
Yeah, Scott DB23. We need a natural centre forward in this team. I agree. I agree.
Can't see where that one is. I would have put that up. Bets on Maycave. Yeah, look, it's. What's he saying, Moyes? What's he saying there?
Don't know, mate. My lip reading's not very good.
Yeah. But it's funny though that he's focusing on the defenders, the attackers. You know, he should be getting into those players and saying, right, you know what I mean, you guys need to be making runs, you need to be moving a lot more and showing for the player with the ball.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's just sort of focusing on the defense.
That's it, because we that's how his mindset.
Yeah. But this is the guy that said, like, it's we're only playing like this because we're in a relegation battle. You know, if we was sitting in the mid-table, I'd play well sexy football.
And that's it. If you have confidence in your players to play that type of football, then let them play it, because it doesn't matter where you are in the league. If you're confident you're going to get results by playing a certain way, play it. You know,
Yeah.
don't
Nicky says, won't be long, boys.
Christmas is coming.
Saint Nick will be here. That's it.
That's better.
Nice pass there, Souček. Oh, come on. But again, we just stop and turn.
Oh,
No.
better delivery needed there.
But that's what I'm saying. When you stop, and then give the players time to all get in the box and mark and settle, that's always going to be the result, rather than try and get it in as quick as possible and let someone get in the end of it. That was poor there for Bowen.
Yeah.
I don't think he's started particularly well today, Bowen. Compared to what we're used to seeing for him.
Yeah. Thing is, there's a lot of pressure on him, really, because he's come in, he's the new face. He's the one they brought in to keep us up. And if you're not playing to his strength, it's very difficult to do that, and it puts more pressure on the player.
Come on, boys. I'd just take a boring 0-0 all day long. I'll tell you that for free.
Mate, I'm happy with a point tonight. I ain't gonna lie. I'd prefer more, but I'm happy. If it stays like this for 90 minutes, then so be it. Point to point, and at the moment, it's points that we need.
Jace messaged me earlier saying, "We need Steve Bruce for West Ham. We need Steve Bruce." No, just no. That's what I'm saying. People get carried away.
Yeah.
Evening, Chris. We are
Why is that a foul? He took the ball.
Barkley, obviously a player we was heavily linked with, but I mean he's on silly money.
Yeah. Why? See this? That wasn't a foul. He took the ball first. So why is VAR? Am I right there, or
I was too busy reading the comments, so
sorry, but yeah, that looked to me like Rice took the ball.
This is it. It's that last ditch defending. Come on, boys. It is nice to see the stadium with a bit more claret and blue in there. But this is the thing, like the way obviously he's setting up with us on the back foot so much and chasing and that, but with us having such low fitness, like it doesn't seem to be the best match.
Exactly, that is the problem. You know, if you've got a side that doesn't look as fit, you know, you need to be you need to have another way of playing. You need to keep hold of the ball a lot more.
That's the thing. Like when we first came out, I thought, oh, this looks good. Like we're moving the ball a bit better. You know, we're keeping onto the ball, and that was very short-lived.
I'm well there, Antonio. So unlucky.
That's what he's good at. But again, like there's no support. He can't just. He's up there on his own, and
Fornals is trying to get near him, but obviously where we're so deep defensively, and he's probably is the quickest player on. Yeah, he's probably the quickest player out of our starting 11 anyway. It takes everyone a little more time to get up with him. It was a bit like when Carroll was playing for us, wasn't it? And we had rapid pace down the wings.
Oh yeah.
Carroll could never get in the box; he was too slow.
Yeah. Bloody hell, Fredericks.
I'm all there to be fair.
Risky.
Yeah.
That is always a big risk gets back in the box, but. There he is, Giroud. You just know he's going to bloody come. I think he has a really good record against us as well, didn't he?
He did for Arsenal. A very good record for against us.
But that's what I'm saying. They've got that option off the bench, you know.
6 goals in 13 previous Premier League appearances against West Ham.
We love those stats.
Nearly a goal every other game, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Come on, boys.
Frederick, just running into people.
What's the point? He's done an Anderson.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. You just lose the ball so needlessly, and then we're just on the back foot.
Yeah.
I don't think any of, maybe the exception of Antonio has the ability to, run part, beat a man with the ball.
Good to see Graham's watching the game tonight. He's just messaged me. We're giving Alonso far too much space down the right.
Good. Thanks for the input, Graham.
Yeah.
That's contribution.
Come on the chat, Gray.
We just can't seem to make anything stick. It's very scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
West Ham back four need to be more brave. They're dropping off. Which I think we've pretty much seen in the last 2 games.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, they do need to be more brave, but if it's installed in them that we can't afford to concede, we can't afford to lose, and there's no mentality of go forward, This is what we've got to watch. This down this right hand, our left hand side. Sorry.
Evening, boys. Not playing that bad tonight, and the thing is, it's just the little things that annoy you like this. This is like
2 lights.
But you do have players making runs. Oh. What's he done? Is he caught him with his studs? Is he on the back of the leg?
Yeah, I think he just trod on his Achilles.
24% possession for West Ham.
That's deliberate, that is.
Oh, come on.
That's deliberate, that is. I ain't having that's an accident, mate. That's deliberate.
Has he been booked?
Nope.
Dirty bastard.
That should be a yellow card. That should be a yellow card.
Yeah, that was dirty.
Yeah. Breaks his Achilles. He's going to take a little while to get over that. Corner. Come on.
Corner. Right, now let's see what we can make of this. Let's see what we can do with this corner. This is a great opportunity. This is their weakness, apparently. He's still jogging off that. Still seems to be giving him some shit.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Come on, Ogbonna. This is you all over, mate.
Souček's a threat as well in the air.
Yeah. Look, we've got 3 big lumps in there. What is he doing? The fuck? Fucking hell, ref.
He's in a nightclub and he's trying to grind up him or something.
Bloody hell, Kante looks tiny, didn't he? Compared to his, I don't think he was that short. I didn't realise he was that small.
I'm sure that's one of the reasons why we said he weren't good enough.
Yeah, don't surprise. What fucking ref? Why is he putting his hands out? Like, what? You're rubbing your ass onto him. It looks like he's trying to bloody twerk on him.
He's trying to get in between them. That's what he's doing. But
the fuck is that? If they don't want to let you in between, they don't have to, you idiots. Rubbing your ass on them.
Yes!
Yes!
Souček, come on!
Super Souček. Oh my God, we've scored a goal.
Like my missus is going to have a go at me in a minute. See, this is the thing now, right? This is what I hate about VAR. Now we're going to sit here and wait for this.
Oh, shit.
Looks all right, though. Let's have a look.
Scrappy, but it's a, yeah.
The wins a flick on.
He's tried.
What's wrong with that?
Why would they be looking at it? Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No, you know what they're looking for, handball.
What? Handball?
No, his hands are down. His hands are down. That's not handball. Don't look like there's anything wrong with that.
Come on. See, I just tried to fast forward.
We had a shot on target.
We had a shot on target and we put it in back of the net. Yes, Souček. First goal for West Ham. Possible offside.
How can you say Antonio's offside there? Come on.
Oh,
is that what they're saying? Antonio's offside?
Yeah, who?
Souček's not offside.
No,
he's not offside there.
I'm playing him on. That's that. If they rule that out,
if we get this ruled out after that joke of the thing against Spurs the other night, it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Here they go with the fucking rulers. Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on, don't take the piss here.
This is where it becomes a joke because this isn't a human eye error. Do you know?
Yeah, it's not, it's not clear and obvious.
No.
Did it hit him on the way through? What the fuck? Are they trying to say that Antonio's head is offside? Therefore, it's offside.
No, what they're saying is it's Antonio when he goes through and it's no goal. That's pathetic. Doesn't hit Antonio. When Souček shoots, it doesn't hit Antonio.
And this is the thing.
You can't. They're looking at this so much they cannot tell.
Yeah, if it's going to take this long, you have to give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking team.
It doesn't look like it hits Antonio. It looks like it hits the Chelsea defender.
Exactly. Like Neville said, if it takes this long, you can't sort out, give him the goal.
Give the goal. Yeah.
You got to give us the benefit of the doubt.
Go look at the bloody screen, ref. Fuck off, man.
Fuck right off. Absolute joke. Fuck VAR. Fuck VAR. It's a joke.
That's bollocks, mate. 3.5 minutes they looked at
Absolute
that and they couldn't see the handball against Spurs the other week.
It's a joke. There's no consistency at all. It's fucking just scrap it. Look, I wanted VAR to come in before it came in, but they're obviously not capable because they've just got incompetent people fucking running it.
It's meant to be for clear and obvious mistakes. That wasn't clear and obvious.
Absolute joke.
And the thing is, we were getting a bit of traction in on top, and you just nullified 3.5 minutes of the bloody game.
It's fucking pointless. And this is the thing, is there's clear and obvious mistakes that they don't check for, that they don't fucking go for. Where the fuck was VAR with that goal line fucking situation in the Villa game? Absolutely pathetic.
What they're saying, Souček's hand's offside.
He can't score with his hand.
There you go. So they're obviously saying Antonio's offside. Tell me how clear that is. You see Antonio, that touches him. Oh, then again, they're probably going to turn around and say, "Oh, because he was in line of the goal."
Fucking hell! So, you know what I mean? We finally.
Every time it takes a long time for them to make a bloody decision, they rule out a goal. Every time. They're saying Antonio's head was offside. What a joke. Totally agree.
Souček head offside. I don't have Souček's head. I think they're trying to say it's Antonio. And just so that, I threw my voice out right for that. And we don't even have a goal to show for it. This is the thing. Like, VAR is supposed to come in to
improve the game.
Improve the game. That's it. And stop and minimize the controversy.
And we're the only country that can't get it right. Have you watched VAR in Europe? How they get it right? How the game still flows. We go. I'll tell you what. Let's change the rules as well. You know, we'll bring in VAR, but we'll change the rules.
But this is the thing. We have the worst officials in the world. And the thing is, if you bring in technology, but you still have it dependent on really shit officials, then it's not going to make any difference.
Yeah, but you also bring in a system where you've got a screen for the referees to look at, and then you tell your referees not
fuck
to
off.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Fucking joke. Fuck's
That's
sake.
a penalty.
Is that Barkley?
Yeah, penalty. See, again, why do they need to go and check it? You can tell it's a penalty from the first, you know. He can't get out of the way, but it's a penalty.
He's lost his head there.
Sesh just messaged me. He said, "I'm really worried." He first asked me where my beer is, and then he said, "I'm really worried about Pulisic."
Please give us a little bit of something, a little bit of hope, a little bit of joy here. Please. No, goal. That's that, isn't it? Honestly, I don't blame fucking Dom for not watching football. The game is a shambles. Absolute fucking shambles. That's what I'm saying. When you're down there and you need it, it's like everything works against you.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. And I said making 3.5 minutes to make a decision kills the game.
Yeah,
kills the momentum of the game.
I mean.
It's like these drinks breaks. It kills the momentum of the game.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you overruling decisions if it takes you that long to see that? Okay, it should be overruled. Fucking hell. boys. That should light a fire under him. If there's anything about these players, that should light a fire under them to go and get something from this game, because we should not be behind.
Yeah. This is the thing I hate about VAR, though, mate. You go through every emotion, don't you?
Yeah.
You sit there and you got the enjoyment that we've just scored a goal, and then to have it ruled out that way, and then that to happen literally a couple of minutes later.
Someone said Antonio was interfering with playing clearly offside.
Yeah,
if he was clearly offside, why did it take him 3.5 minutes to fucking?
By the letter of the law, he is interfering with play because he's in the goalkeeper's eye line of where the ball is. But come on, he's lying on the floor. But by the letter of the law, that is offside. Oh, damn! Someone said change the score.
Oh, fuck yeah. Forgot about that.
Must we still prefer it to be 0-0?
Yeah. I've got to change that. I've got to put computer back on. To go from fucking that much joy to this much just deflation in such a short amount of time. It's right on time.
It's good to see Chelsea coming back at.
What's it good to see? It is right on time, Nicky. Did you see it? Have you seen it?
The VAR?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Thoughts?
I've just tweeted out, mate, before I come on here. I hope we go down, to be honest. It's a corrupt league. It's corruption. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand that sort of decision anymore. Wasn't interfering with play. Not in front of the goalkeeper. Didn't touch him. I don't know how the people that make these rules up can sit there and look at themselves in the mirror at night. They already restarted the league with big team advantage anyway, because you get the crowds out of it, and then they make up bollocks like this. He weren't even offside. He was laying on the floor. What could he do?
That's the problem. It's not like he can move, but by the letter of the law, he is offside.
No. Well, the thing is, Scott, offside subjective. They have all these rules, interfering with play, don't have interfere with play. It's either offside or it's not. If you're going to have it one, have offside as offside.
The referee should be making that decision on that. The referee should go and look at the monitor and make a decision on that and say, well, it's not like he can get out of play. He's not lying deliberately. That's where he is. He's on the floor. He ain't getting. Antonio is getting nothing out of it.
That's ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous. How these people can think that this sort of decision makes the game of football better. He is not interfering with play. He is not. He's not interfering with play. He's laying on the floor. It's hit him on the floor. It's come to Souček. Souček's chipped it over him. It's not like it's come off of his leg or whatever. I could accept it if it sort of took a diversion. The keeper was standing right in front of him. There was a defender there. And they've given a decision just because by the letter of the law. What is the letter of the law? There ain't a letter of the law of offside, because it's subjective to whether you're interfering with play or not. He's not interfering with play. He's not. He's not obstructing anything. He hasn't diverted any ball. The keeper's laying there, standing there. He can still see.
The keeper can still see the ball.
They can still save it. It's been poked into a place where the keeper wouldn't have even reached it.
Oh! Is it goal?
Hey?
No goal.
What are you watching, Dad?
Goal? What?
What are you watching?
Shit. Is it a goal?
It's what? Dan, you're in front of us again now.
I accidentally pressed back up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I pressed back up. I was trying to change the score, but it looks like I may have been too hasty. Yes! Come on! And the man who shouldn't have had his goal ruled out has come to stick a big middle finger in VAR's face.
He cannot defend set pieces. Oh, see, I don't want to get too excited now because it's going to go to VAR.
Souček's second goal. Is it a goal? You're going to give it to us? Yes, thank you. You pricks.
You know what? I didn't even know Chelsea had scored.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, you just knew about the VAR. Are you that far behind?
Yeah. Just watching the VAR as it come out.
Oh.
No wrong with that. No wrong with that. The arms are there, but he's not pushing. He's not leaning into the player. Come on.
What? They're checking it?
No, they're giving it. They always check it. They check every goal. It's his first goal for us. It should be second. Come on. Damn,
Right.
just before half time as well. Right, Dan, where you at? What minute?
I'm no minute because I put my computer back on to change the score. Right, I'm at.
You still late
half
change.
I'm half time.
So we'll wait till the second half
To sync up again. Do you know what it was? Sorry. I clicked the wrong thing.
Right,
We scored. Imagine that we scored 2 goals in one game in one half. One of them didn't count, unfortunately, but
I'll take that. After the ball rolled out, I'll take that.
no, you know what it was. I was pissing about with it because I had the sources up. You know, where you got to change it from HDMI 1 to 2, but we looked like we was going to attack, so I pressed back up, thinking it would take that away, and then I scored up.
Change from my phone to the computer, all right?
All right.
Yeah, it bloody. So as soon as it went back to I pressed back up, went to real time, and then he edited it in the back of the